All right, we continue our focus on housing now with Emile Haddad. He is the founder and CEO of FivePoint Communities. The company is developing 4 new communities in California that will combine residential and commercial development. Emile, as we've already reported, housing prices continue to fall, and the government's considering changes in housing finance. We see foreclosures on the rise. I mean, the problem with every expert we speak to is too much inventory. Why bring 45,000 new houses online here?
Well, first of all, I think everybody wants to keep on talking about the housing market as if it's one market. And the reality is we live in an environment where micro markets are behaving very differently. All of our communities are coastal California. They're all in prime markets. And if you look at what's happening in a market like Irvine, where in last year the sales pace was rate about 1.5 homes per community per week at values that are yielding over $3.2 million an acre. So I don't think you can look at the housing market and speak to it as if it's all one market.
So the markets, Emile, where you're building, you have no worry. You're going to be able to sell everything on the commercial and the residential side. You have no worry about it, and the financing already in place.
Well, the financing is in place, and I think I would make a distinction between commercial and residential. We will be bringing product on the market starting a year from now and over the coming 10 to 12 years. So, I have no worries about those markets over that period. The commercial market is a different story, and we're watching that very carefully. And yes, the financing is all in place.
So might you temper back or pare back in terms of what you do on the commercial side of things as a result of your concerns?
Well, the vast majority of our revenue comes from residential, so that's going to be driving the revenue aspect. But yes, we will be watching the commercial, and what we will bring as a commercial product will be something we will be thinking about very hard.
A lot of people might not understand how long it takes to develop one of these communities, to bring them online. How much lead time do you need before you can open the kind of community that we're showing pictures of here? I mean, how long does it take, and what do you expect the housing market to look like when you're ready to do this?
Well, first of all, these communities in California take a long time. My communities that I've been working on have taken over a decade to get them to this point of entitlements. And even when you get your entitlements, which means your initial approvals by the government agency, it takes you around 3 to 4 times for you to have a finished home site for a home to be built on. So even in my situation where we're pushing forward full speed ahead to get our product on the ground, I won't be able to have anything delivered before 3 years from now. And I believe that by the time we have the bulk of our inventory be ready to be produced to the market is going to be healthy, which is going to be 2013, 14, and beyond.
One of the issues confronting you is the political issue in California. Jerry Brown, the governor there, wants to eliminate local agencies that use property tax revenue to help finance redevelopment of communities. Does this affect you? Do you disagree with that proposal?
Well, look, the governor has a budget issue he needs to deal with. It doesn't affect me. In one community in Newhall, it does not. In a couple of other communities, it will impact us, although we're fortunate in that we have already development agreements that are dated pre the January 1 cutoff date, which the governor is looking at, that gives us vesting in essence. So we are protected. And I understand what the governor is doing. We're hoping that there's going to be a good compromise that doesn't end up getting us to that extreme of a measure.
All right. Hey, Emile, thanks so much for joining us. We'd love to have you on again and continue talking about this. Emile Haddad there of FivePoint Communities.